Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We're zooming in and keying in on another important aspect of the recovery journal, another important segment of that, and that is the gratitude pages. It's very important when you are letting go of something that you let something new in. And when we talk about letting go of a abuser, we're letting go of an old identity. We're letting go of an old way of being treated. We're letting go of a certain self-limiting belief that has kept us captive, that has kept us essentially in a box, which is meant to feel less than, shamed, negated, blamed, treated as worthless, treated as despicable, really having almost like a mirror from a funny house, which does not really reflect to us our true self. That is what the abuser is like. They're reflecting back a very inaccurate view of us, our talents, our gifts, our values, our wishes, our desires, our dreams, our beliefs. They're not able to reflect it back clearly, if at all. And when they do reflect it back to us, if anything, it is very distorted. It is nothing really truly of how we feel. It is how their crazy mirror of, if you've ever been at a fun house or seen one on TV, basically it's like a really wavy mirror, which doesn't, you stand behind, in front of it. And even if you're very tall, it'll make you look very short. Or even if you're very slender, it'll make you look very fat. So it'll distort you. So that is really what the mirroring effect of a narcissistic abuser is. Someone who treats you as worthless, someone who treats you like trash, like you're despicable, like you're, you don't know where you're coming from, like you're crazy, like you want too much, you shouldn't speak up, you should shut up, you should look at the ground, and they get this lambasting, this violent verbal behavior. And so you do not need to put up with that. That is contained, all that, sort of anger is really inside that person. So they have anger problems, they have pathological lying problems, they have a lot of issues. So if you can realize that and, realize that it's important to, make an exit strategy for yourself. And we're talking about that here in quite depth and detail here on this channel. And I want you to work on that recovery journal and use it as a really safe place for you to come, basically for you to come and spill out your heart, your gut. So you're really able to see all that's going on underneath the surface, because what you don't realize, you have a lot of very important thoughts, dreams, motivations, inspirations, ways of communicating that aren't being able to exist and be brought to life when you're with an abuser. They're basically going to just shut you down, ground you down, and what we call block you or stunt you, stifle you and hinder you. So if you don't have a chance to open up, you never get a chance for that voice within you to breathe and come to life. So when we talk about the morning pages, your big notebook, I want you to do that brain drain, that brain release first thing in the morning, where you write. When you first get up, you quickly go grab your coffee, your juice, whatever it is, make your coffee, get out your journal, just sit down, whatever it is. You still have your blanket, your pillow, you're on your couch or your sofa, and you're beginning your pages. I am so glad to be writing here today. I am so glad to be sitting and focusing. I have so much to talk about. I'm so sick of being abused like this. I don't want to be treated like this anymore. I really like being comfortable. I really like being happy. I really want to do X, Y, and Z. So all these just spilling forth. Whatever it is that you're writing, just write in a very stream of consciousness. It's not written for anybody. No one's going to write it, or no one's going to review it and, critique it. It's meant for your eyes only. So however you want it to be, but it should be stream of consciousness, and you want to go for 3 pages. And if it can take you half an hour, 45 minutes, very good, very good. And then just keep going. Get into a habit of releasing that, because that's the toxicity that's been holding you back, and you don't realize what's even in there until you unravel it. And it's kind of like a ball of string. You don't know how long it is until you really get it out. So you need, and then the positive things are going to start to come. I really want to move. I want to live in a warmer climate. I want a new pair of socks. I really want some new towels, all the different things that will make you happy. You just begin to then write. So I want you to do that brain drain. But one of the other sections that I want you to keep in touch with is the gratitude pages. Even if you want to plug this into your, the first part of, of what you're writing, is get into a section where you have your gratitude pages. And I want you to write down at least 20 things that you're grateful for. I'm grateful I have 2 feet. I'm grateful I have good coffee. I'm grateful that I have the heat. I'm grateful that I have this lamp. I'm grateful that I'm breathing. I'm grateful that I'm, away from this person. I'm grateful that I'm not being yelled at. I have gratitude for the fact that this pen works. I mean, whatever you can bring into gratitude. Gratitude is a very powerful emotion. And oftentimes we're not allowed or permitted to live in the feeling of gratitude. And you can have gratitude for a tree, a bird, your car, whatever it is, your family members, someone who's listened to you. So I want you to get in touch with, even part of in the morning, if you can have a section called your gratitude pages, and just write them off. 1, what do I have gratitude for right now? I have gratitude that I have food. This is something that we don't want to take for granted, because in abuse, we have been taken for granted. So we get very out of touch with feeling like we are loved, cherished, or held in gratitude. And so to be held in gratitude is something you then begin to experience in yourself. I have gratitude for this sweater. What else do I have gratitude for? I like coffee. I have gratitude for my friend, George, who will listen to me. I have gratitude for my computer. I have gratitude for my window and the fact that it faces a certain direction. So come up with certain things that you can identify for, and then look at these, and you'll realize that you have a lot more than you think you have. And this will begin to really get you feeling in a better emotional vibration, which is called gratitude, which is very powerful and can be very important to moving you forward and creating more of this in your life moving forward. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.